Again, I just think this is super weird. I'm very curious to know if these are as close to the OG as possible, though. I'd love to see a side-by-side comparison. I know my boy MJO23 Dan will probably do that. At least I'm hoping he will. He has like every original Air Jordan 10, and I would just like to see these compared with those. So Marvin, if you're on the fence about picking up a pair, please do, just for comparison's sake. I would love to watch it. But directly
No! He called me on his YouTube channel. Oh, I guess now I gotta bring this comparison video, right? You're gonna pay, man. So I just got back from Nightwing 2303's house, and check out what I got. Yes, it's true. He is allowing me to borrow his pair to do a comparison review. The pressure's on. Now when I say the pressure's on, it's not because I don't know how to do a comparison review. I've been doing comparison reviews on my channel for quite some time now. If you guys don't follow me on my channels, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell down below so you guys are notified on all the videos that I make on this channel. And hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
You better eat your Wheaties.
But when I say pressure, it's mostly because this is Chris's pair. This is Nightwing 2303's pair. And he was so gracious enough to let me borrow it. He doesn't do this for anybody. And I'm very humbled, I'm very appreciative of him being able to put his trust into me. And that's what I want to bring for you guys, is a comparison review of the retro Air Jordan 10 Shadow. So this is the box. This is the OG style box Jordan Brand has put their efforts into creating, which I really dig. Air Jordan right there up at the top of the lid. And this is a box that was created for the Air Jordan 8, the 9, the 10, the 11. This one is a size 9. The shoe actually drops on April 21st, 2018 for a price tag of 190 bucks. So while I was at Chris's house, I ended up bringing my OG Shadow 10s. And you know, the box is a bit skinnier, so you can see. This one actually reminds me of the Air Jordan 11 boxes, and man, whenever that Air Jordan 11 hits this coming winter season and it comes in this box, I'm gonna be so stoked. But anyways, enough of the box. Here is the Air Jordan 10 Retro. So you've already seen this on Nightwing 2303's channel, of course, because this is his pair. So this pair right here is the OG, released in 1994. This is the retro that we'll be releasing on April 21, 2018. So starting with the upper, you do notice the different colorway right off the bat. On the OG, we have a darker color of the nubuck as compared to the retro of 2018 with a lighter gray. On the back, a noticeable difference is the shape of the collar. So you'll notice on the retro right here, it dips down towards the Achilles than it does on the OG pair that just wraps around the Achilles. So there's that slight dip on the retro than there is on the OG. The pull tab seems a little bit flimsy on the retro pair than it does on the OG, which is a bit more sturdier. And you'll also notice this base right here where the leather part meets from one side to the other. On the retro it is wider, and on the OG it is shorter, more narrow. So one thing I have to point out with the retro as well is that all the Jumpmans on the back are going to face left. OG Jordans back in the day, 94, 95, especially the steels and the shadows, depending on the country of manufacture, there's China, there's Taiwan, and there's Korea. Taiwan is going to be facing left, so this pair right here is made in Taiwan. A pair from Korea, the Jumpmans are going to be facing inward, so facing each other. And a pair manufactured in China, the Jumpmans will be facing opposite from each other, so outward. So take a look here at the leather rand here on the OG. You'll notice that it is a bit taller and a lot more material. in comparison to the retro, which has a little bit less material on it than it does on the OG. So on the retro, here's your lateral, and then your medial, and then on the OG, the medial and the lateral. I thought the checkerboard on the inside lining of the shoe was pretty consistent. The retro is a little bit darker than it is on the OG, so you'll get darker lining on the inside of the retro but lighter shade of gray on the outside, whereas on the OG you'll get lighter checkerboard lining on the inside and darker material on the outside. Now on the box there are hits of true red, so you'll have that on the Jumpman on the back and on the outsoles at the bottom. This is your OG right here, and this is your retro. You'll notice that the retro has a lighter shade to the Jumpman than it does on the OG. The OG color code is 001 and the retro is 002. So you'll see that the slight difference with the Jumpman colors really do make a difference. Let me know down in the comments what you guys prefer. As for the sayings at the bottom, a lot of MJ's accolades commemorating Jordan's achievements up until 1994. The stamping at the bottom, you'll notice that is a little bit more bubbly. As you can see with the retro, the writing is a bit more defined. Something to note here too, this is the retro pair. You'll notice that the Jumpman on the outsole faces to the right. And on the OGs itself, you'll notice no matter what country of manufacture, the Jumpmans will face outward. As for the insoles itself, it's still a red insole with a black Nike, and they're both in the same direction from OG to retro, so there's no differences there. Going back to the lining, the only difference that I could see is that the size stamp is on the inside of the OG, whereas on the retro we don't have that, and the size tag is on the side. And starting in 2005, you do notice the Kuji inspired patch at the rear of the tongue. Again, something that started in 2005. Whereas on the OG, you have the inside tag directly at the back of the tongue. As for the lacing of the sneakers, according to Nightwing 2303's review, you do have that speed lacing system with the bungee cord system. It's still the same as it is on the retro from the OG. And then craftsmanship issues, you're still gonna have that on the OG with the glue stains coming off from the midsole. Craftsmanship is pretty much the same. You'll notice a little bit of the glue stains right there, but you know, that's manufacturing issues, that's craftsmanship issues. But in my personal opinion, the retro Air Jordan 10 Shadow, a lot of you guys will love it. OG collectors will love it. Personally for me, like having to see this pair in hand and you know, in the flesh, I'm actually deciding to change my mind and I might actually cop this pair. I think people will understand and appreciate the nuances of this retro pair in comparison to the OG because it's pretty close. I think Jordan Brand did an exceptional job with it. The nubuck on it, it still does that color change up at the upper, and you know, overall just some slight color changes to the shoe, and then like that pull tab and then the height of the leather rand. I think you guys would do great with this shoe. For $190 though, I would personally like to wait for it to go down in price. I still feel that $190 for a retro like this is a little bit too much. Hopefully there are enough pairs out there for you guys to enjoy and be able to cop on release day. If there are enough pairs, hopefully they go down in price, but from what I've been seeing on social and throughout, a lot of people are looking forward to this pair. So if you guys are interested in purchasing this sneaker, again, they released on April 21, 2018 for a price tag of 190 bucks. So again, thank you guys for watching the channel. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much to Nightwing 2303 for allowing me to borrow his pair. And that's the comparison review. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, enjoy this nice B-roll, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.